Last week, I went 8-7. Not very good in my opinion. I mean, yes, above 500, but I mean, week 1 I went 12-4. I want to get back to that, picking most of the games correct. Hopefully this week, week 6, hopefully it goes way better. And, right off the bat, we got Giants at Patriots. So, in my opinion, this is a pretty easy game to pick. I'm picking the Patriots. I like Daniel Jones, but without Barkley, without their backup running back, without Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram, the Giants, they just don't stand a chance. Honestly, this game's going to be pretty boring. It's going to be a blowout game, so yeah. Next game, Panthers at Buccaneers. This one's interesting, man. I like the Panthers defense. Like Christian McCaffrey. I like the Buccaneers offense. I like Bruce Arians. This one's a tough one to pick. Obviously, last time the Buccaneers beat the Panthers on Thursday Night Football, I think it was week 2. But the Panthers at the time, they were playing with Cam Newton, who was pretty much missing every wide open throw. Cam Newton just wasn't right. That's why he's currently injured. That's why he's not playing in the games. Kyle Allen, don't think he's very good, but I do think he can make the throws that Cam Newton was missing at the time. But you also got to consider, at the time when they played in week 2, the Buccaneers offense wasn't awake yet. So this was kind of a toss-up. But I'm going to go with the Panthers, man. I just like their defense, like Christian McCaffrey. I think this time the Buccaneers won't be able to contain Christian McCaffrey. I think McCaffrey will have a good day, pretty much how he's been doing for most of the season. Another MVP caliber performance. And this game's in London as well, so early morning game. Gotta love it. Next game, Redskins at Dolphins. The Tank Bowl. I'm taking the Redskins in this one, like the Dolphins. I think they're really embracing the tank. And for whatever reason, in the NFL, I don't know why it happens. Whenever a coach gets fired, Jay Gruden just got fired. Whenever a coach gets fired, the next game, the team comes out playing lights out. I don't know why. It's just, for whatever reason, it happens in the NFL. And I think the Redskins will come out and play lights out versus this Dolphins team. And yeah, Redskins get their first win. Dolphins keep on tanking. Eagles at Vikings. This one might be one of the harder games to predict. The Eagles, I like them, but I don't know. I feel like the Vikings kind of match up well against them, but then you have the whole Kirk Cousins thing. Can you really trust Kirk Cousins against a playoff team? This is a tough one. The Vikings are at home, but they have Kirk Cousins. I just don't like Kirk Cousins, but I don't know. I'm going to go with the Vikings. I like their defense. I like Dalvin Cook. Have to go with the Vikings. Next game, Texans at Chiefs. If you saw my prediction video that I did for the Texans, I chose the Chiefs to win this game. But then I seen on Twitter, apparently the Chiefs, they had 5 trash cans set up. And those 5 trash cans, in each and every one of them, there was a picture of the Texans starting offensive linemen. There was one of Laramie Tunsil, one of Max Sharping, Nick Martin, Zach Fulton, Titus Howard. The Chiefs, they have a terrible pass rush. It's non-existent. They just lost their only good pass rusher in Chris Jones. He will not play in this game. And the Chiefs' offensive line is currently injured, and it is terrible because of it. The Chiefs shouldn't be talking. They shouldn't. I think the Texans use that as extra motivation and they win this game. Saints at Jaguars. This one's hard to predict. I wanted to go the Saints, but I like the Jaguars defense. I don't trust Bridgewater versus a defense like the Jaguars. But Minshew, I mean, the Saints defense has been balling out as well. Can I trust Minshew, a rookie quarterback, against the Saints defense? Like, this is a tough one. This is a tough one to pick, in my opinion. I think it's a toss-up. But I'm going to go with the Saints, man. Like, the Saints were my Super Bowl pick for the year, so I have to stick to them, you know? Next game, Seahawks at Browns. The Browns, they suck. They're a mess. Baker Mayfield is playing like trash, maybe because he is trash. Odell Beckham has gone missing. He hasn't done anything. Yeah, the Browns, not good. Seahawks go in there. I mean, Russell Wilson's having an MVP caliber season. I think he goes in there, he balls out, and they get the win. Bengals at Ravens. I'm taking the Ravens in this one. The Bengals, yeah, they're terrible. The Ravens, they're okay. Not great, but they should be able to win this game pretty easily. Next game, Niners at Rams. The Rams have lost 2 in a row. We're making that 3 in a row. I think the Niners go into LA. Their defense dominates the Rams, and the Niners' run game will be too much for the Rams to handle, and Niners end up winning this game. Next game, Falcons at Cardinals. It's a tough one to predict, man. Both these teams are pretty bad, but at the end of the day, I trust Matt Ryan and his offensive weapons more than I trust a rookie in Kyler Murray. So I'm going to go with the Falcons in this one. Cowboys at Jets. Come on now. Really? Seriously? I'm taking the Cowboys. The Jets, even though Sam Darnold will be back this game, I don't think the Jets stand much of a chance like that. They're not a very good team. Next game, Titans at Broncos. This one's a little tough to predict, man. Titans have a very good defense, not good offense. I think the Broncos can hang with them. The Broncos are also at home, where they have a crazy good home field advantage because of the altitude. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Broncos in this one due to their home field advantage. In fact, I think their home field advantage is pretty unfair, honestly. You know, the fact that teams have to travel up there in high altitude where they're not used to playing at. Unfair advantage, but whatever. I have the Broncos winning. Next game, Steelers at Chargers. This is what I'm saying. NFL needs to allow for schedule flexing all season long. When the schedule was made, I will admit, Steelers at Chargers, not a bad matchup at all. Pretty good matchup. Phillip Rivers versus Ben Roethlisberger. Possible playoff preview, again with playoff implications. I don't mind that. But now at this point, the Steelers sitting at 1-4, they might be playing their third string quarterback. They're done for the year. The Chargers, they're currently 2-3. Things aren't looking so good for them because they're extremely injured again. Nobody's going to want to watch this game. Flex something onto Sunday Night Football. There is a primetime game. There is no reason why the NFL can't just say, you know what, this game isn't as good as we initially thought. Let's go ahead and move it down, and let's move the Texans and Chiefs game up to Sunday Night Football. There is no reason why they can't do that. Like, why aren't they doing it? They'd get way better ratings, and the game everybody wants to watch will be on for everyone to watch. So, yeah. But regardless, I'm taking the Chargers in this one. Like I said, Steelers, they're done for the year. Even though the Chargers are playing without a bunch of starters because of injuries, the Steelers are with a third-string quarterback. Well, might be with a third-string quarterback. So, Yeah, taking the Chargers. Next game, Lions at Packers. Okay, now this one I think might be pretty good. The Lions, a surprise team in the NFL. They're 2-1-1. And honestly, they should be 3-1. And if we're being realistic, they should be 4-0. They went toe to toe with the Chiefs. They took down the Chargers. They took down the Eagles. You know, 2 playoff teams, and they tied with the Cardinals in Week 1. But that's Week 1 though. So yeah, the Packers, they're 4-1. They're looking like a playoff team. This is a tough one to predict, man. I'm going to go with the Lions. You know, I'm really feeling the Lions. I like the Lions. Darius Slay. I like their defense. Underratedly good. I like their offense. You know, Galladay, Stafford, Kerryon Johnson. I don't know, man. I think the Lions go into Green Bay and they pull out a win that not many people were expecting. And I honestly feel like not many people are really paying attention to these Lions. Like, some people think this Lions team's like, I don't know, the Niners, who are just beating up on poor teams right now. No, these Lions, they're playing good teams, so look out for them. I know I've been saying that for like the past 2 or 3 weeks, but yeah, I like the Lions, man. But yeah, those are my predictions for the week. Comment down your own predictions for the week, and be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.